And bugs. There's so many bugs.
Must be safe then. Yeah, we've learned our lesson from last time. Yeah, with the bow wave, I didn't hit her. Just to clear that one up, it was the bow wave hitting her.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are just packing up in Broome. We've been here for nearly 2 weeks now, but we are finally ready to leave. We are continuing our trip north and heading to Kununurra. So we should be in Kununurra in the next couple of days. We've got a couple big days driving. Yeah, we'll take you along for the ride.
Amazing to see how much water's around out here. About a week and a half ago they had massive rains between Fitzroy and Halls Creek, and it was actually closed off for about, I think it was like 3 or 4 days. The amount of water that's still around and still flowing around is just crazy.
Because we are in a little bit of a mission to get to Kununurra before there's any more road closures or anything, we have made some car pizzas. So we made these a couple of nights ago when we cooked pizzas on the Weber, and we had heaps of leftovers. So that's lunch today. Look out. Don't beep the horn, it's dangerous.
Yeah, well.
Look how green it is.
Good chat.
The Fitzroy Lodge, home sweet home for the night.
This is the Fitzroy Lodge. We're going to stay here the night because we stayed here last time. It was quite nice. It's a little bit further out of town and just feels a bit safer.
And it's like 40 degrees, probably even more hotter than that. So I definitely need the aircon tonight. $52 later for a powered site. A little bit steep, but we've got power, water, swimming pool, and we're gonna have a decent sleep tonight because we're gonna have aircon.
Yeah, we are planning on having a pretty big day in the car tomorrow. I think it's like 6 hours still to Kununurra, or about 600k, so maybe a bit over. So better off having a good night's sleep tonight and having a massive day tomorrow, and then we're back in Kununurra and ready to visit some friends.
I also wanted to share a story that somebody told us yesterday. So there's an awesome big free camp down the road. I think it's about another 2 hours, and it's called Mary Pool. So they were staying there about a week or so ago, and they actually got stuck there for 4 nights. And the whole campground was like a rushing river through. So they woke up in the morning and they had water like, well, it was a halfway up the car or something?
Yeah, they were driving out with water at the bonnet and dragging their caravan through it as well.
So we really don't want to get put in that situation. So they actually, yeah, got stuck out there for 4 nights in the middle of nowhere at a free camp with no signal. So yeah, another reason why we've picked a caravan park for tonight. Some little kangaroos. He is out of here. Oh, look at them all. So the lodge that we're staying at is right on the banks of the Fitzroy River. It's pretty cool down here and it's flowing pretty fast. Look at that. Go for a swim, babe.
Yeah, what do you reckon? In with the crocs?
In with the salties. The locals seem to do it.
Must be safe then. Yeah, we've learned our lesson from last time.
And what Bryce means by we learnt our lesson last time
is when we were at Fitzroy Crossing and yeah, knee-deep water, sitting deck chairs in the water, not even 100 metres away from a 5-metre salty.
No, but hey, that's what the locals were doing and we thought we were safe. We did get some pretty cool footage though. Good morning. How is this? It's 6:15 and it's like broad daylight. Feels so weird. We are up super early because we are heading off this morning. We're going to try and make it all the way to Kununurra today, which is about 6 or 6.5 hours away. So we'll just try and share the drive and see how we go. Hopefully get all the way there. Alrighty, just fueled up in Halls Creek. So what have we done, about 2.5 hours or so already?
Yeah, and only another 360 k's to go.
Woohoo, on the home stretch now. So a couple of weeks ago we did mention that we'd be doing some long driving days, so if you had any questions for us, to drop them in the comments. So one of our most commonly asked questions is about our washing machine. So it's a 3 kilogram Devanti. I actually bought it off eBay 2 years ago now.
Yeah, nearly
2 years ago. When we were in Darwin, Bryce was working and we had to, because it was so hot and sweaty, we were washing his work clothes every day.
Yeah, I was going through like 2 work shirts a day because like by lunchtime it's just saturated.
So we thought we'd buy a washing machine. It was only $100 back then and it's definitely paid for itself over and over.
That's one thing we would definitely recommend is a washing machine. At like $4 a wash in most places.
Minimum.
Yeah, you buy a washing machine for $100, you do 20 washes or 25 washes and you've already made money. It is 240 volt, which means you have to be plugged into mains power, or in our case we have an inverter in the back of the car. It only uses about like 200 watts, so it doesn't use a lot of power, and so that way we can get away with using it when we're on water but no power. One thing we got heaps of comments about was the safety of us coming up through this area this time of year. A lot of people were saying the locals steal and make sure to lock everything, stay well out of towns because of the safety of your staff and things, and I think this area gets a really bad rap. There are a few bad people up here, but as long as you're locking everything up and doing the right things, lots of everything that happens is opportunist people. If they pull a door handle and it opens, of course they're going to go in and have a look at it.
Yeah.
And you don't just get them types of people up here, you get them everywhere. So as long as you do the right thing to protect yourself, chances are they're not going to bother you at all.
And for us this time of year, it's either stay in the town, in the safety of a lodge or caravan park with power and water, or be out in the middle of nowhere in this heat, risk of flash flooding, or because the thing is, it might not be raining where we are, but it could be raining a couple hundred k's away, and if we're anywhere near like a river or anything, we could get affected potentially.
Yeah, the weather changes so quickly up here, so safety of a caravan park compared to a gravel roadside stop and things like that, or just a dirt one, and getting stuck there for the sake of maybe $50 a night, we know what we're choosing anyway.
Another one that people seem to be interested in is our battery system. We only have the one solar panel on the roof, so lots of people are interested to see how we can get away with it.
So our battery system, we have a lithium in the car, which is 170 amp hour, and we have a lithium in the Caravan, which is 135 amp hour. We keep those systems completely separate. There's a solar panel on the car, there's a solar panel on the Caravan, and they're both 200 watts. We find that the only reason we have such a small capacity in the Caravan is because we only use it for lights, water pump and TV. When you break down what you actually use your electricity for, or your 12 volt batteries for, it's not really a lot of big power drawing stuff. The battery in the car is run by a 50 amp charger off of the alternator of the car. We use that one for running an inverter so that we can charge a laptop, run the, what is it, the NutriBullet?
Yeah, washing machine
And things like that. But other than that, we don't have a massive need for a massive battery system. One of the best things that we've done is have a 3-way fridge. Being able to power the fridge 3 different ways while you're driving, while you're camped up in a caravan park, or when you're free camping, is that gas works every single time. You're not relying on everything else. You generally have 2 gas bottles, so you've always got a spare. compared to a compressor fridge where you're solely relying on good weather to have solar coming in and your battery storage, which runs out very fast.
Well, after about 7.5 hours in the car today, we're finally in Kununurra. We're just heading over the big bridge dam as you come in. Oh, it looks so cool. We've missed this place so much.
We're back.
So you got Lake Kununurra, and what's that, the Lower Ord?
Yep, the Lower Ord. One of the main reasons we are coming to Kununurra is to visit some friends we made here a couple of years ago. They were working up here and they convinced us to stop and work up here for a little while, so it's good to come back and visit them.
And I reckon we might have made it just in time. There's a few big stormy clouds around. What did we establish? Cumulonimbus?
Cumulonimbuses. Big clouds with cauliflower head looking things.
And rain bearing. Is that what it means? Something like that. We're trying to throw it back to our Year 10 maths. No, Year 10 science.
Jeez, I didn't learn that in maths.
Either way, I think we did a good job.
Check this out. Right as we get here, sure enough, we start getting some rain. Good thing is Chelsea gets to be outside and direct me.
And as we looked down, as Bryce got out the car, there was all these tiny little baby cane toads jumping around.
Yeah, don't have to get the golf club out.
What is it, Olivia? It's the wet season. Good morning, welcome to hot and steamy Kununurra. Yesterday when we got here, like you would have seen, it started peeing down with rain. We just got set up in time, but we did get drenched as well. This morning we've been for a walk and then jumped straight in the pool after to cool down. We're just heading down to Fitzroy Crossing to have a look. Now the crossing is closed at the moment as the water is a bit too high and rushing too fast. And I think especially after that rain last night, it'll definitely be flowing.
It doesn't actually look like it's that much higher than last time, but it just might be flowing a bit quicker.
Yeah.
But it is that time of year where they start to close bits off. Last time we drove across the crossing, we actually knocked a local into the water. It was about 8:30 and now having a couple of morning bundies or breakfast bundies. And yeah, just pushed her straight in the drink.
With the bow wave?
Yeah, with the bow wave. I didn't hit her. Just to clear that one up, it was the bow wave hitting her. Check this out. Favourite time of year, mango time. Got a couple of boxes for us and Luke and Alana, and I'm going to freeze a heap of them up. Make some smoothies, make some mango cocktails or something too maybe.
Yeah.
Should be pretty good. And it's $25 a box. That's a bargain. Look how many are in there.
Yum. Bring it on.
Good. Can't wait to get stuck into these.
You've got the fun job today.
Yep. Washing, cleaning, polishing, clay barring. Yeah. Giving the car a bit of TLC. Because it's been about a year since I've washed it and polished it, so yeah.
Not since you washed it.
No, since I polished it.
Yeah.
It gets washed every couple of weeks, but yeah, I thought we got a nice shady spot. Should be good.
Although it is still pretty hot.
Oh yeah, it's so hot. But the good thing about being in Kununurra is it's unlimited water pretty well, so you can just like
hose yourself off.
Hose yourself off when you're getting a bit warm, and I can do a little bit more majestic if you like.
Yeah, work it.
Oh, I can't see.
I have just dropped Bryce off at work, so because we are here for the next 3 weeks, he wanted to pick up a little bit of work because he has no chill. He wanted something to keep him busy over a few days, so he's got a job with Kimberley Plumbing, I think they're called. I'm gonna go for a walk down by Lake Kununurra. There's a bit of a walking track, so it should be really nice. It's only 7 AM. You have to go for a walk nice and early here because it really heats up. The last couple of days we've been walking at about 8:30, 9 o'clock and nearly passing out. So hopefully this morning it's a bit nicer down here. Good morning, black cockatoos. How cool are these guys? Hey mate. It's so beautiful down here by the lake, but the cicadas are so loud through sections near the water, ear piercing. So after my very sweaty walk, I've come back to the park. I'm gonna jump in the pool and cool off. The pool here is really good. It's super shaded and it actually keeps it cool all day, which is a bonus. There is so many little cane toads around. So every time I walk out of the caravan to the bathrooms, across here, I nearly step on like 50 baby little cane toads just jumping around. I'll try and show you what, and bugs. There are so many bugs. I'll try and find a baby cane toad and show you what they look like. Oh, they're so bad up here. They're absolutely running rampant. Around the sullage. Hey mate. They camouflage so well too. And it probably doesn't help that we've got the sullage and also the washing machine that's out the back. So I think they like the damp, moist environment. Here you go. They're so hard to see, so I hope the GoPro is picking it up. There's like 4 just in here. Wait. And when I walked over to the bathroom last night, there was a huge one, probably the size of my palm. No, probably the size of my whole hand, just sitting there on the floor, and I nearly stepped on it. Scared the crap out of me. Thanks everyone for watching another video. If you are enjoying them, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week.